Welcome to the University of Findlay Arts and Culture Show. My name is Sharinda and I am your host today. And I would love to welcome to the set Miss Monica Leamy. Welcome.
Hi.
We are so glad that you are here, and I am so excited to talk about and introduce you to our viewers. You are an actress, you are a musician, you are an entrepreneur. You do so many things, and everything you do is just gold.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let's start with why you're on campus. One of the things you do in your world of acting is also in another world called impersonating. Mm-hmm. So you impersonate quite a few different people. Some of them are actual live people, others are characters from films that people are familiar with. So today you're going to be Barbie, not the old Barbie, but the new Barbie from the movie, correct?
New stereotypical Barbie.
Okay. And what's that like when people call you and say, hey, can you do this character? And it's a character from a movie compared to someone that is a human, that it's who they are that you're studying. What's the difference in preparation?
Well, in some ways the preparation is much easier because it's a film. So anyone who's seen it, it's right there and the looks are right there in the movie. Whereas if it's a person and it's their life, there is a whole life to choose from, any point of their life. So you have to pick a point that you feel the general public will get when it's a person. So having it just be a character for something so specific makes my job much easier.
And so for learning that character that's a specific character from the movies, do you find it's easier because you just have to watch their idiosyncrasies of how they've created that character?
Yes, I just have 2 hours to study as opposed to a lifetime.
And do you feel that your attendees at functions where you're a movie character, that they're more forgiving, or they're okay with you ad-libbing more, or do they expect it to be exactly what they say in the movies?
I think no matter what, they're forgiving as long as the look is good, because people listen with their eyes.
Okay.
So as long as they see what they want to see, that's first and foremost. Your job is 75% done.
Okay.
The rest is just extra.
Okay. And so for the costuming, when you are Barbie on campus, are you going to be in a dress that's similar to what we saw in the movie? Hair's going to be similar?
Yeah.
So this look's not going to be what we see?
No, this is me.
This is you.
This is Monica.
Okay, so Barbie is one, and then another one, and I love this because you have the most fun names for the characters, the live characters that you're impersonating. So you do Katy Parody instead of Katy Perry, which I think is hysterical. And then you do Gwen Stefani, and you actually have a band with Gwen, correct? So this is a tribute not just to Gwen, but to the band No Doubt. And it's called Subliminal Doubt. So tell us a little bit about that.
The band?
The band and Gwen, because it's cool how it was a dream of yours, but then that dream became so much more of a reality than I think you even could ever imagine. It's such a cool story. So please tell.
Okay, so I started I fell into the impersonation world totally by accident. I met a man named Greg Thompson. I'm sure you're very familiar.
Yeah, good friends.
And I would do the extra characters for a while. I'd be a shagadelic girl for Austin Powers. I'd be a pirate wench for Jack Sparrow. I was a Bond girl at one point. And I did that for about 6 years. And then I started pursuing my own character. Started with Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn.
Amazing Audrey Hepburn.
Thank you. I feel she's who I resemble the most as myself.
She's just, yeah. Every time I see an Audrey picture, I think Monica, because I've seen you in that character and you're just amazing.
Yeah, I love, anytime I get to do her, it's like an honor because she was just such an amazing
classic
human being.
Hollywood, yeah.
Yeah, but Gwen was a hero of mine for a long time, and I was told by several friends, oh, you resemble her, you can sing like her, you would do really well. And I was like, that's not a job. And then once I fell into that world, after a bit, I kind of was like, hey, Greg, I think I want to try Gwen Stefani. I actually approached him about Gwen Stefani and Katy Perry simultaneously, and he said you could pull both those off. And Katy Perry is the one that took off at first. She was more popular at the time. Gwen wasn't really doing very much right then. So I started pursuing Gwen solo with tracks. The first time I ever did anything, you were actually there. That's where we met. And then people, I found, they want No Doubt.
But now I'm stuck in the web you're spinning. You've got me for your prey. Here we go. Sorry, I'm on hold right now. Walking in the spider web, so leave a message and I'll call you back. A likely story, but leave a message and I'll call you back.
Now this is pre The Voice, so now there's more solo work available because she's become so reinvigorated with The Voice and Blake, and she's much more in the public eye. But for a while there, she wasn't.
It was real quiet.
Yeah. So once I got with my husband, who's an amazing musician, he's the one where we put the band together, and it just worked. We were privileged to come here in 2018 for one of your events, which was so fun. And it's just, it's just since then just taken off. We of course went to Vegas, and Gwen saw us and pulled me up on stage, so she's aware of my band.
Well, she even said, wait a minute, I follow you on Twitter. Your band is my band, but your band. And then she let her talk.
Yeah, in her microphone.
In her microphone. And then she went over and did selfies.
Fake Gwen. Are you with the fake Gwen? Oh, you're fake Gwen. She really is a fake Gwen. She's been doing fake me for how long? 9 years. She's literally lived a fake life with me for 9 years. That's crazy. I love you, Gwen! I'm trying to lie.
It was like, I'll forget that I'm at a concert and this is for me. We're going to give lots of time to Monica.
It was
so cool.
She sang my name in a song.
Yeah, it was so cool.
It was unreal.
And then a makeup line opened up.
So then, Gwen, about a little bit over a year ago, started doing Give Beauty, but it's GXVE. Weird. And I found out after about 6 or 7 months that the makeup line had been launched that she had ambassadors for the brand. I didn't know, being a Gwen impersonator, if that was going to work for me or against me, because some celebrities are real weird with that stuff. But I had a feeling it would work, and I got in right away, and I'm one of their top tier ambassadors now, and I actually have my own look on the website right now. If you go to sets, you can get the Monica look.
Yeah.
And it's just been awesome. It's been an amazing company to work for. They flew me out to LA back in July for a shoot. It's been really unreal. And it's an opportunity. I know so many people in this industry. No one else has an opportunity like this with the celebrity that they portray. No one.
Right.
So
there's been some celebrities that have their family members have met someone and they're like, oh, you're just like my mom, or you're just like the person that babysat me who's now so-and-so. But someone that continues to be supporting and pushing and catalyzing. She's a really cool artist.
She is. She just got her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame yesterday.
Yeah.
So excited for her.
And it was so nice of you to give up that trip to be here with us.
Well,
Thank you. So we've got Gwen, but then another one that has become pretty popular and younger generations aren't as familiar with her is Blondie. And so your band now can do the Subliminal Doubt, but then they can also do an entire set dedicated to Blondie and her music. And then you guys have the most fun videos that you do. And again, it helps that the husband's a professional photographer, videographer, and all that fun stuff. where can people go to enjoy the talents of the videos, the humor of the videos, as well as finding out when you're playing and where you're playing?
So we're on all the social media platforms that people care about right now. So Subliminal Doubt on Facebook, that's probably our biggest audience because that's where you can post events the most easily. But then we've got Instagram as well, Subliminal Doubt, one word. I have my own dedicated to everything that I do, fake_Gwen. And then I also have that on TikTok where I'll show getting the costumes ready and a lot of the behind the scenes of what it's like to do this job because a lot of people don't understand. So I find that that works best on that platform.
Sure. Well, and what's really cool, you not only are able to study the characters, become the characters, but you taught yourself how to sew and you make all your costumes.
Yeah.
And so being able to keep people that are interested watching that and seeing that evolve is really, really cool. So in addition to all of this, you're also a creator of a doll franchise.
Yeah.
And that is so fun. And these are dolls that have been inspired by, again, characters from movies, famous people, or people that inspire you. And I'm going to put you on the spot. There was one that you did a few years ago, and you did it because the woman had been diagnosed with breast cancer. Do you remember this one? And she just really, truly inspired you. And so you made a doll to give to her to let her know how much she was inspiring you, as well as many others, because she was fighting the fight like nobody's business. And I love that. That is a part of the gift of your creativity. So tell us about your dolls. How did that get started?
Again, an accident. I had no money one Christmas and I had seen these doll patterns and I decided to make a few for my daughter's friends for Christmas because I was a single mom at the time and I really couldn't afford to buy a bunch of gifts. So I could, out of fabric, which isn't the most cheap thing in the world.
But you can get it
but
easily.
I could get several things out of 1 yard because they were small.
Yes.
And one bag of stuffing, I could make like 6 dolls.
Yeah.
So I made a few just for that. Posted and then of course my daughter wanted one. So then I posted a picture of her actual doll online and I had friends immediately say, I want one, I'll pay. And I thought, oh, okay. So then I started making more, and they were always inspired by the actual children that they were for. But then I thought, wouldn't it be fun if I made like a Marilyn Monroe doll or an Audrey Hepburn doll? And those were the first ones that I did. So I started basing them off the characters that I did, but then other characters like for friends or people who wanted them. I ended up making like a Brendan Urie doll at one point. I actually had a couple of people order that one, and I got to make a Paula Deen doll for Paula Deen.
Oh, cool.
Or Melanie Martinez. Like she has a doll I made of her for her.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Very cool. So in addition to that, on the entrepreneurial side, you're based in Florida.
Yes.
And so we know that going to Florida means there's lots of fun and activities to do. But people from New York or California or Ohio, we don't know all the ins and outs, and we don't know the best deals. So what did you decide to do about that?
So my day job is a travel planner. So I have Tour Guide Barbie Travel or TGB Travel. And anyone who's coming to the theme parks, because they are such a beast, I can book all of their hotel stay, their tickets, and then I advise them on the best way to go about their day. And then I'll do their dining booking, and then also I'll plan their itinerary for them, and I will give them a game plan for the best way to move through the parks, especially because Disney has started this new program to book the faster lines called Genie Plus.
Yeah, yeah.
It all works on the app, and it's a lot.
Yeah,
You need a PhD or to spend like 3 hours on social media just trying to
figuring everything out before you get there. Yeah.
So this way I can help them with that. It takes a lot of the stress away from them, and they can actually enjoy their vacation instead of having to spend all day on their phone tied to an app. And also deciding, should we go here? Should we not go here? Is a 3 hour wait for this this ride normal, or can I do it at a different time better? And so that I just give them a whole game plan.
Yeah. Very cool. And you do that for a lot of them. It's not just Disney properties. You do that for Universal Studios also, and SeaWorld?
I've advised people on SeaWorld. SeaWorld's a lot more straightforward.
Yeah,
so,
set times and things.
Yeah, but mostly I'll just tell them, look at this event. This is really good. Also, it's really cheap. So if you're already going here, you might as well do a night over there too. So especially for like their seasonal events, like what they do for Christmas and for Halloween, I'll help people understand that. I also do a lot of social media about the theme park so that people coming can understand what's going on.
And I love those videos.
Thank you. I just did one on horror nights. I just did one on disability passes specifically for Universal because they've just changed their whole system. And I've had so many people coming from like England and Canada say, oh my goodness, I was so worried. This just gave me such peace of mind. Thank you.
Cool.
Because of how they've changed the process. I needed to let them know, hey, if this one thing hasn't happened yet, you're still fine.
Yeah.
And they were so thankful.
So do they find, if someone's interested in contacting you about travel and about questions with that, do they also go to Fake Gwen for that, or do they go to Barbie?
They can. The best way though is through Instagram, just because the messaging is so much nicer on there. So that's TG for tour guide _ Barbie, but Barbie doesn't have an E. BARBI, no E.
Okay. So many times when I'm talking with an artist, the viewers automatically think or understand that they only do one thing. But as a creative spirit, there's got to be a lot going on all the time. And part of that is the hustle, because if you don't have a job here, you've got to have a job someplace else. And I admire you so much because your passion is entertainment, and everything that you do is tied around that in one way or another. And so it's really neat to listen to all of your different passions and how those have come together to make a livelihood for you, your kids, and then your husband coming into the picture. So thank you for being here.
Of course.
And for sharing, in hopes that someone that's out there that might be a single parent going, what do I do? Or I don't know if I'm going to make it. Look for those little gifts that are sitting there going, hey, knock, knock. Maybe this is going to be it. It's different. I have to learn something new, but this is going to take you to the next point. And so thank you for offering that information and sharing parts of your journey. And thank you for being back at the university as Barbie. Obviously, the students enjoyed you a couple generations ago, and the new students are so excited to host you. And thank you for just being a light in sometimes the darkness, in offering encouragement through laughter and music, sarcasm. You're just awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Let's say one more time where
Okay.
people can find your information online, because there is so much fun stuff out there.
There is. So Subliminal Doubt on Facebook, you'll see a lot right there. Or you could go to Instagram, fake_Gwen, or Subliminal Doubt, and that's also TikTok, fake_Gwen, or also Instagram, TG_Barbie.
Thank you.
That'll encompass everything.
That encompasses a lot.
Yes,
Thank you, thank you.
of course. Thank you.
And thank you for taking time to watch today. We look forward to the next time. Until then, be well.